Hello everyone, you're welcome to my channel Learn and Earn Academy, and today in this video we are going to talk about top 10 business books that will change your life. Now you must be an entrepreneur, you must be a young guy who wants to do something big in life, but you don't know how to go about it. These 10 books will show you the way, will give you the direction, and will make you a successful entrepreneur. Now, let's talk about each of these books one by one. And I'm sure you would want to buy these books, which you can do through Amazon by clicking in the description link below. All the links of these books. Now, let's talk about the first book, which is Rework. A better, faster, easier way to succeed in business. You can read it and you'll know why plans are actually harmful. Why you don't need outside investors, why you are better off ignoring the competition. The truth is, you need less than you think. You don't need to be workaholic. You don't need to staff up. You don't need to waste time on paperwork on meetings. You don't need an office. Those are just excuses. One of my favorite books, they have chapters in there, Fire the Workaholics. If you are working too hard, you're not doing it right. That's not to say not to work hard, but you need to what I call clarity breaks. Now this book will give you a different perspective of not only working hard to achieve your goals, but also enjoying your life and taking things easily. If you're tired, you don't work anymore. If you're frustrated, stop working. If you're angry, don't write any more emails. Don't do any more work. Your work will always be affected by that. So it's better to take a break, relax, and then when you are in a good frame of mind, you can start reworking. Now you can buy this amazing book on Amazon. I have given the link in the description box below. You can click and purchase the books. It is one of the best reads you will ever experience. The second best top selling sales book is Inbound Marketing. It's especially how to stop pushing your message out and start pulling your customers in. Inbound Marketing is how to guide to getting found via Google, the blogosphere, and the social media sites, where you're not required to put enough money, but you will get a lot of traffic. This is a great book by anybody who thinks about starting a business. They should read this book. It's called Inbound Marketing by the guys at HubSpot. You can buy this book from the Amazon by clicking the link in the description box below. Awaken the Giant Within. Now, this is one of the best sellers of all time. Practical guidelines for concentrating on your thoughts and emotions on attainment of your goals. Now these are some of the feedback which the people who have already read these books have written about this book. Now I read Awaken the Giants Within, someone who has a real mentor to give me this book and said you should read this. With that kind of heavy recommendation from somebody I admired, I really gave it my full attention and really dove it and read it not just once but 5 times over the next 5 years and really ingested it. You can buy this book from the link mentioned in the description box below. The next book is Outliers. Now, what you will learn from this is that we pay too much attention on what successful people are like and too little attention to where they are from. That is their culture, their family, their generation, their idiosyncratic experience of their upbringing. I want everybody to listen carefully. There is a greater author out there by the name of Malcolm Gladwell. You may have heard of him. He wrote The Tipping Point, he wrote Blink, and he wrote a book called Outliers. I read in Outliers that to become an expert at anything in life, you need to put in 10,000 hours. If you want to be an expert real estate person, you want to be an expert author, I did that math. It takes 5 years and 40 hours a week to equal 10,000 hours. I was so astonished when I looked back and realized that exactly what I did. Now, if you want to become an expert, you need to spend 10,000 hours, which is almost 5 years working 10 hours a day. That's a good deal if I really want to be an expert at something. The dip, if your goal is even worth the hassle, maybe you are in a dip, a temporary setback that will be better if you keep pushing. But maybe it's a really cuddly sack which will never get back better, no matter how hard you try. This book helps you to determine which one arc you in. Now, one of my colleagues, Seth Godin, has written this book called The Dip. It's basically one of the point. The big point is, he says there is an American idea that you never should quit anything you do. The person who doesn't give up always wins. He says actually that's not necessarily the case. Sometimes quitters do win. Well, this is a very important line. Many a times we start business and we think that this business is going to make your life or break it. Even though you don't seem to see success quite early or after spending 2 or 3 years, people sometimes just try to hang around. But many a times people take quick decisions and move out from there without incurring heavy losses. And that is why sometimes the quitters do win. They see that this is not going to be a success and it's better to quit now than to quit later. And that's the difference. Now, that's not contradictory to the concept of the pursuit of mastery. What I'm suggesting earlier, it's not about dabbling, it's not about a little bit of this, little bit of that, little bit of this. It's about having the fortitude to look at what you are doing and identifying the dip, as he calls it. Good to great. Now you will learn how good companies, mediocre companies, even bad companies achieve greatness. It's a book by Jim Collins and talks about great leaders dealing with reality. They do not make stuff, they don't pretend things. They actually another way. Okay, Rich Dad Poor Dad, we have talked about this book many a times. You should definitely buy this book. It's not a very costly book, and this will certainly give you an entire different perspective about money. It will make your life simple. It will make you understand the difference between a poor guy and the rich guy, and why the poor guy is poor and why the rich guy is becoming richer every day. E-Myth Revisited. Now you will learn the life of business from entrepreneurial infancy through adolescent growing pains to the mature entrepreneurial perspective. If I say you are an inspiring entrepreneur that should read Michael Gerber, the E-Myth, I would absolutely recommend that. Now I wish I again implemented everything he said. That's a good book if you want to really start your business. The War of Art, the resolve needed to recognize and overcome the obstacles of ambition, and then effectively how to reach the highest level of creative discipline. Think of it as tough love for yourself. Stephen Pressfield is an absolutely must read, and I don't know how many copies I have given away War of Art. But you need to read this as a whole discussion about resistance. Okay, that's a nice read. 4 hour a week. Okay. Now, what are you going to read? Just give me a moment. Now, in this book, whether your dream is of escaping the rat race, experiencing high-end world traveling, earning monthly 5 figures and income with zero management, or just loving more or less, the 4 hour work week is the blueprint. Well, I love the book, The 4 Hour Work Week, and although not everything obviously relates, but I love the idea of building a business that can run without you being there. You need to work on your business, not in your business. It's so true. If you build a business around everything being done without you, you have more time to do other ideas and other ventures. You just can't enjoy life. You just can enjoy life. It's a great book. So it's a very, very famous and a world-renowned book, The 4 Hour Work Week. It is one of the best sellers available on Amazon, and I must definitely recommend you to purchase this book. So I'm sure this experience of reading these top 10 business books will certainly change your life, and you would love to come and comment in the description box below on any of these books which you have come across. You can also purchase these books which is manufactured, which is by our own institute, and it's just for ₹10. The link will be in the description box below for the people who really want to improve their communication skills as well. Thank you.